Alright, I think I'm live for the first time ever. First of all, I want to apologize for the background. I got my kid there watching cartoons and eating breakfast, and the cartoons is the only thing that's going to keep the child quiet. So this is my first live stream. I'm testing it. You see Nat is up on my screen right now. I'm also watching BIMI, SES, and Yuma. I'm short Yuma. I took some profits at 390, shorted at 440. Also, BIMI, I took profits early in the pre-market. In fact, here I'll just show. I traded this one a few times yesterday. So we'll just start where I actually traded it. I bought it on this dip. I actually tried to get an execution at 244, missed it, then chased it up in the 270s, bought it, sold some into a push over 3, and then sold the rest at like 325. And then I rebought it right here on this dip at 378. And then it got stuck in this halt. After the halt, sold a little bit more in the 460s, 470s. I didn't know if this was just going to roll over and die or if it was going to keep going. And then the rest of it I held. Actually got my biggest percent winner ever. Not the most money I've ever made, but the biggest percent winner I've ever had. Held it to this morning. I actually added in on this dip right here at the 770s. And then sold the rest early pre-market at 1250 into this spike. BIMI is a sympathy play to SES. And on Friday, I was actually buying that one. I was actually buying this one on Friday. I actually bought it right here. Gap fill setup. So it gaps up huge, gapped up like 80%. Right at the market open. Most stocks that are up 80% pre-market usually dip right at the beginning. They might spike for a second, but then they usually dip. So if you look at these 1-minute candles, look how every single one of them is just getting bought up. Like every single candle is closing with buyers just buying it up. So I actually got in at 318. 318, and then I sold some, I think, at 350. Sold the rest in a high day break over 350 in the 360s. Or I sold some at 340s in the 340s, and then I sold the rest into a push over the high day break in the 360s. So, and then I actually bought it again here on this dip at about the same price, 318, and then sold in the 330s. And that was it with that. Kind of scalped it, I guess you could say. And then it just took off and went to the moon. So, when I saw BIMI, my buddy Henry, who I talk to in the mornings and trade with, he alerted me on this. I went ahead and pulled the trigger. And Henry was trading it too. So right now, BIMI is kind of spiking a little bit. Market's going to open in 2 minutes. 2 minutes, we're going to get things rocking and rolling here. Right now, I am short Nat. And technically, I would say that the trend is still intact if you're looking at, like, say, like a 15-minute chart, right? This chart, I mean, this thing's been going up for several days now, but I would say this chart is very much intact. So if it breaks down and it panics, you know, then I'll probably stay in it. But if this thing starts to come back, you can see 420 is our red to green move. Our red to green move. So if this thing breaks past 420, I'm out. I am not sticking around to get squeezed in this. because the trend is still intact, even though it's gapping down. This thing is gapped down several times. It gapped down last week twice and then came right back. So I'm not going to be stubborn with it. Still got some Yuma short. I took profits at 390. There are no more shares to short at E-Trade. I got up super early and found those. I have orders in. I put orders in at 499 and 547 to reserve the shares, but it's too bad I can't change the price that I want them at. So they just have to stay there. We'll see if it spikes. So right now I'm actually rooting for Yuma to spike. The thing about Yuma is that the beauty of it is that you can just basically spike short into any spike with this thing, because when it spikes, it has these massive pullbacks, and then it's just real choppy. So we are open now. We're open. Net slow mover, not doing much. BIMI with some panic. Big gap down on SES. To be expected though. So SES will be on watch for a dip buy. I don't know exactly where I want to dip buy it at yet. It's got a ton of support in the 12s. But we'll just watch it and see. Yuma's still going down. Nat doing nothing right now. Maybe a little bit of panic. There we go. A little panic out of Yuma. Beamy. There's the gap up and the fail. Mickey Mouse is on, so my kid's excited. So right there at that red to green, you could actually buy right there. There's a lot of support right there on that red to green. You could buy Beamy right now with that one. I wouldn't be opposed to buying it right there, right here in the somewhere in the 9s. You know, it's putting in a little bottom right there. Look at that bounce. You could buy it at 950. I didn't buy it because I'm already in 2 other trades. So normally whenever I do these podcasts, I will not have my kid here. I'll take her to daycare. But this is just a test, so I'm having the real thing. Nat still going down, testing 4. Nat very red on the day. I think I might put that in the chat. Look at that. That was the perfect dip buy. If I didn't have 2 other trades already going on right now, I probably would have dip bought that Beamy right there in the 950s. I mean, you got perfect support from yesterday. Look at all that support. Look at all this support. Support, all this support. It's the perfect dip buy. And boom. Right now I would be selling at 950. I would have been selling anywhere. I would have been selling at 1050, at least half, and probably be selling right now at 12, because you're going to have this pre-market resistance right here. I should have took some profits on Nat. Yeah, so you got this so you got this resistance up here in the 13s, 12s. You got resistance at 12. You got resistance at 13. So that if I was going to short it, I would probably short. Put it in the starter short right here. If I was going to short right there, close to 12. And then I'd be taking some off now into this pullback. Hypothetically, let's say I got short at 11.50. I'd be immediately taking some off at 10.50. Because this thing is so volatile, this thing can easily just come back and rip, get through 12, get through 13. This thing gets over 13, I think we're going to see $20 maybe. I don't know. But remember, it's a sympathy play to SES, so since it being a sympathy play, usually they don't go as hard as the original one. So I think I'm going to take some off on that. Maybe not. I don't know. Look at that. Super volatile. I kind of want to buy some. I want to buy some. Should I pull the trigger? If I'm going to do it, I need to do it right now. Let's see here. Maybe we'll throw in a small piece. Might be going red on the day. Not sure. Okay, I took a small position at 9.57. I'm gonna risk red to green. Meanwhile, Nat, more panic, more downside. Glad I didn't take my profits yet. Beamy, I'm going to use a hotkey to get out. This thing gets up to 11, I am going to be selling. And it better go quick or I'm going to get out. I am not sticking around for this thing to drop. Alright, I'm out of Beamy. It's not going like I wanted it to. I expected a little bit more of a bounce. Maybe I got out too quick. Got out at 9.98. So, pretty scalped it. I thought it was about to just have this massive drop, so I just, yeah. Yeah, I should have had more patience with it. Look, there it goes. Gosh, I just have such a hard time with patience on the long side. Right here, so right here, this would be hitting my goals right now. You know, selling it at 10.50. Meanwhile, Yuma's still going down. Definitely would be selling right here at 10.50 if I was long. There's VWAP. This is VWAP, this white line. So I hear people talking about WWR. Oh, wow. Oh, so this is a big gapper. Holy smokes. Float of 1.6 million. $1.6 million. Wow. Look at that. Another great dip buy opportunity. Beautiful dip buy opportunity. Totally missed that one. You could buy right here in the high day breakout, but I'm not big on buying into strength. You can buy on this little pullback, this micro pullback, risk $8. I don't know. I'm not doing it. I've already made most of my money for the day. Nat. WWR. Let's see here. Tim Sykes just bought SES at $13.44. Let's look at that real quick. So Tim, his classic buying into panic. Actually, I like that buy. We were talking about this just a little while ago. It's got all this support. So let's see here. You got a pretty good entry, $13.44. So it's got lots of support from yesterday. That's what I was saying a little bit earlier. It has lots of supports in the 12s, 13s. So I don't know though. Might be still might not be done going down yet. Wow. WWR holding up 850. Wonder if Tim Sykes is going to cut losses. He bought 1,000 shares. So he's down a few $100s right now. Wonder if he's going to add. 1280s. Making me want to enter right here. We get a pretty good entry right here. Boom, I'm in at 1294. Sold at 13. Give it up to Tim. One thing he's good about is cutting his losses. And Nat coming back. Nat coming back. Man, this thing has a lot of support in the 12s. Look at that. And it's off. Man, it's lost almost 50, lost about 50% of its gains. A lot of times you can expect a bounce. It dropped 50% off their highs. There we go. We're getting a little bounce. There we go. Little bounce, not much. I'd love to see it hit VWAP right here. Just give me VWAP. I'll take $2 a share. me $2 a share. I don't think I'm going to get it. 13's a whole round number. There's support from yesterday at 13. Plus buying around this whole round number. A lot of traders will see that. Those whole dollar, half dollar marks become support and resistance. There we go. I'm going to try to sell half right here. Sold half at 13.30. And the rest of it I'm going to hold for a nice little bounce. I'm going to put my risk at 12.70, which would be the low of this can. So yeah, I'm going to put my risk at 12.70, and it looks like it's about to hit it. Holy shit. Thank God I sold half. And I am going to try to get out. No execution so far. Come on. Alright, I'm out. Got a shitty sell into that. 12.61. What's the matter? You want some water? Okay. Well, about broke even on that one. Nat still holding 4. Nat still holding 4. WWR. Goodbye right there, actually. Just bought some WWR at 7.35. There it goes. Took me a minute to get an execution though. Gonna sell half into this push. This thing's pretty volatile. Nope. Missed my execution. Tried to sell half at 7.50. Nat further breaking down. I'm going to put a stop loss in on WWR at 6.99. This thing can't hold 7. I'm not hanging out. There it goes. There we go. Come on. Got a pop. And boom, I'm going to sell some right here. Got out at 755. Let's get a push towards 8. Actually, I'm just going to put my stop loss in at 6.99. And as long as it stays over 7, I'm going to stay in the trade. Because this thing could break out and it could run. Now that these other low floaters are going, it opens the door for new ones to run. So as long as it stays over 7, I'm going to stay in the trade. Let's see. And Nat down to 392, breaking 4. That's good news for me. Maybe I should put it on the low of that candle. I'm going to put it at 689. Adjust that. Change. 688. There we go. There we go. Sweet. Nat taking a big giant shit. I think I'm going to cover the rest of my Yuma right now at 368. Should have covered it down here, but how much downside it has. Ooh, it's still got a lot of downside. I think I'm just gonna be patient with this one. Yuma sucks. It always sells off. Every time, every spike fail, spike fail. When I found shares short this morning, hell, I should have went bigger. Uh-oh. I just got executed on WWR. It failed. Hit my risk. Boom, and I'm out. Might bounce right here. How did that execute me? I had it in at 688. That's odd. And annoying. I don't know how I feel about it. It didn't really break down, so I kind of want back in the trade. It's not really. I'll watch it. There's a lot of shit popping off this morning. Might be over trading a little bit. I've got a nice winner on Nat right now. Wow, WWR giving it up. I mean, it is up 159% on the day, so I mean. I think I got to take some profits on Nat, though. This thing is due for a bounce. It's going to bounce here pretty quick, so let's take some off. Sweet. Took about 2/3 off. It's too bad I didn't get it a little bit sooner, but that's okay. Yeah, it's kind of holding up. I'm not sure what to think of WW. There it goes. Damn it. If I was going to buy it, I want to buy it close to that $7. Look at that motherfucker. Look at that. That's what I was looking for right there. Ugh, I almost pulled the trigger again. How the hell did that hit my wrist? Yeah, it hit my wrist. I hit it 688. This thing's volatile, man. So if I would have been long from the low sevens, I'd be selling right now. Man, I almost pulled the trigger on 1,000 shares. That's a key support level. See that key support? You got that VWAP. It's putting in these higher lows. It's consolidating nicely. This thing may take off. This thing may break out, get over 9, and just go to the moon like these others. It's tough to buy a stock that's up 159% on the day. But if it gets over 9, we are in October. I think I'm going to call it quits right there. I took some profits on my NAT. If NAT... So here's the trade plan with NAT. If it bounces up towards red to green, I'll probably reshort up here, add to my position. And then if it gets over 420, get out completely. Yuma is, to me, looks like it's going to the toilet. So I got a small piece of it. I think I'm just going to hang on to that one. I might swing it. WWR, definitely the top watch. I'm just going to watch this one. I don't think I'm going to trade it again. It's too volatile, and I'm not trying to buy it up here. If I was going to buy it, it would have to be somewhere in the low sevens, risking off of, I guess, risking off the high sixes. So, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to trade it. I've already made plenty of money today, so I think I'm just going to be done. Anyways, first YouTube live stream was a winner. Hope the background noise wasn't too much. Probably need to get a better mic, but I'm learning as I go, as we all are. Such is life. Anyways, happy trading. Thanks for tuning in and watching. And that's it.